First of all, we want to get started with a laughter is medicine, okay? So, what did the drummer name his two twin daughters?
I think I know.
You can't answer because you're my partner there. Anna one, Anna two. Okay.
Okay, that's gotcha.
Okay, so we are entering into the summer months, and we know um being thin tastes better than any food that we could ever have. Okay. Summertime is approaching, and we're looking at those bathing suits, and we're looking at the beautiful bodies of Beyonce. Baby girl, will you come turn this fan off in here for me?
Okay.
And so we are wanting to look good too. But not only is losing weight about looking beautiful, it is also about our health. The better we look, the better that we feel. And the better we feel, the better that we can show up in life. So today we are talking about 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. You may be looking at the scale and you may be thinking to yourself, what is the problem? What is wrong? Every time I get on here, it is moving up one, it is moving up two, it is moving up five. And weight comes on very easy. It's very easy to put weight on, but many times it is quite tough to get it off. So if you never put it on, you never have to worry about taking it off. So it's just like sometimes I even tell my young people, if you never start drinking, if you never start smoking, you'll never have to quit. So it's the same way with our waistline. Let's keep it down, let's keep it at bay, and we won't have to worry about those future difficulties. It also comes with, when you are slim, you can wear almost any kind of clothing because all you need to do is take it up. But when that waistline gets too big, it's just more difficult. And clothing it becomes more expensive. So, once again, if you are getting on the scale and it keeps inching up and up and up and up, there are reasons for that. Okay. So, it's just like when we are intentional about losing weight. When we're intentional about losing weight, then there is no surprise when we get on the scale and we have lost 5 pounds. We have lost 1 pound. We have lost because we're intentional. We're starving. We're eating nothing but salads. We're fasting. And so we have to be intentional. And so just like with losing weight, we have to be very intentional, and there are reasons why we could be gaining weight. Okay, so now I'll give the 9 reasons, and then we'll hop right into and talk about the reasons why you're gaining weight. Okay, so number one, too many carbs. Okay, number two, not enough protein. Number three, not enough exercise. Number four, you are stressed out. Number five, eating at the wrong time of day. Number six, you're skipping breakfast. Number seven, you're skipping meals. Number eight, you're not drinking enough water. And number nine, you're not eating enough fiber. These points cannot be stressed enough. So let's go ahead and get into it. Number one, you are eating too many carbs. Carbs is a shortened version. It just simply means carbohydrates. Okay. Carbohydrates you are going to get from the food group dealing with breads, pastas, rice, potatoes. Those are carbohydrates. They are full of energy, surely enough, but they are full of puffy stuff. Okay. That's very important. Back in the day, the older people, they used to say, you are what you eat. So in this circumstance, we're not speaking of if you eat a pig, you become a pig, but We are talking about bread. Bread swells. And not only does it swell in order to rise and be beautiful and taste good, but it swells on the inside of you as well. Carbohydrates is nothing but sugar. And sugar, the reason why sugar is so horrible is because it simply turns into fat. Sugar, one thing we have to understand about sugar is that sugar is not food, and the body craves food. That is why when you eat a piece of candy, it lifts your blood sugar for a very short time. It gives that high, but then it lets you down and you're super much more hungry following that. Okay. So you are eating too many carbs is one reason why the scale keeps inching up and up and up. Sandra K, would you do me a favor and bring my lamp to me? Sandra K.
I'm getting it.
Okay. I just want to give more lighting, okay? But yes, so too many carbs, okay? Sugar breeds wanting more sugar, okay? So continue to listen in. We are talking about 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. If you keep getting on the scale and the scale, it keeps increasing and going up, there are habits that you are inputting into your daily life that is causing this weight gain. And weight gain usually is unwanted. We usually don't want that weight gain, okay? All right. So okay, our next one that I don't want to blind myself. Okay, so the next one that we want to talk about is not enough protein. So this also goes along with I'm putting myself in the dark again, y'all. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get this lighting right. Okay. So the next one that goes along with not that many carbs, and once again, our topic is 8 reasons you're gaining weight. Number 2, not enough protein. Protein is the building block of muscles. Okay, without muscles, we are blubbery and it is just nothing but fat. Protein you will find in chickens, fish, steak, meat. Your healthy lean meats are going to be excellent sources of protein. Your milk products, calcium, cheese. These are going to be effective in giving your body the protein that it needs. Protein, keep in mind, keeps us full, okay? That's why you hear about people with protein drinks because it's keeping you full, it's keeping you satisfied. And one of the problem with weight gain is the constant hunger that many times the person that is gaining weight occurs. They always are feeling hungry. And once again, the lack of protein is going to create more hunger there, okay? Then number 3, if we move right along, number 3 is not enough exercise. Okay, when you have a great exercise regimen, number 1 is going to create in you a drive to eat better, to have healthier living, to get more rest because your goal, your focus is I have an exercise routine that I want to stay faithful to. Therefore, I need to have a good diet because if you don't have a good diet, you won't have the energy to engage in your exercise regimen. Exercise also dehydrates the body so that you'll be encouraged to hydrate the body. So once that bad fluid is leaving the body, exiting the body, you're refilling it with good fluids, okay? And once again, the water, the fluid, it's keeping you balanced. So not enough exercise. 8 reasons you're gaining weight. Again, what not enough exercise is one of the reasons why that scale is moving on up. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's go into number 4. Number 4 is you are stressed out. Oh my. When we are stressed out, there is a certain chemical and it is called cortisol. And cortisol sticks right there to your gut, right in the tummy area where you do not want stored fat. That is what cortisol does. And cortisol is created when we're under a lot of stress, whether the stress is coming from work related, family related, house related, or are our internal conflicts that are going on. Okay, cortisol is produced, and cortisol, it will cause you to gain weight, and especially gain weight in unwanted areas. Okay, so be careful about stress. One thing, when I go to the hospital, my blood pressure is at a good rate. But one thing that I do every day, I am a housewife, I take good naps. But it keeps you from being stressed out, because once again, that added level of stress, it is causing that scale to increase. Okay, so let's keep moving right along. We're at number 5, eating at the wrong time of day. We're talking about 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. Eating at the wrong time of day. There is a saying, and it says the early bird gets the worm. Okay, and sometimes this is so true. It's very good to wake up with the sun and then go to sleep when the sun goes down. Okay, so what we want to do is, when you say eating at the wrong time of day, I have seen family members or friends that are very overweight, and I notice they don't eat a whole lot. But I notice that when they do eat, it's late at night. That is a very bad habit. A better habit they need to transform is eating early in the day. Breakfast is actually the most important meal of the day. Before you go to sleep, well, when you wake up, you are burning plenty of calories. It takes calories to think, to write, to walk, to talk. It takes calories. You're burning calories every movement that you make. You are burning calories. But when you're sleeping, sleeping is actually intended for you to refresh, to regroup, to restore, to heal. It is so, a lot of times that digestive process, it gets in the way when your body is trying to eat up food. And a lot of times, if you notice, when you go to sleep, a lot of times that food is just simply sitting on your stomach, and you can feel it. It feels like it's just sitting there when you wake up the next morning. So it's not digesting. And what happens to that unchurned food? It turns into fat, and it causes those numbers on the scale to keep rising and keep rising. And that is what we don't want, because being overweight leads to other health conditions. Diabetes can cause you to lose your eyesight. So you always have to be careful of this. And if it runs in your family, you even have to be more careful and more aware that you do not put on too much weight. Okay, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Okay, so now let's keep moving right along. Number 6, and we're talking about 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. Number 6 is you're skipping breakfast. We already mentioned that is the number one meal of the day. At nighttime, you are actually on a very normal fast. When you wake up, the reason why it's called breakfast, if you put that together, it means breaking fast. You're fasting at nighttime. You're going about 6 to 8 hours not eating anything. So your body to attack whatever you put in it. So you're going to put in it some good protein, some good calcium, some good healthy foods, and you're going to make sure that you are not skipping breakfast. Break fast. That is the most important meal of the day. You are energizing your brain, you are energizing your body, and you're getting your systems ready for the day. If you're going through the day and it's already brunch, that is not a good habit, and it's a habit that you need to break. Okay, and again, we're talking about 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. And hey, for the 2% in the world that is trying to gain weight, Just do these things and you will achieve it. But for the majority of us want to remain healthy. And so we are doing those things that are keeping the scale low. Okay. So let's keep going. Number 7 is you're skipping meals. Now, here, I am not talking about intermittent fasting. There is a healthy concordance of intermittent fasting in order to lose unwanted weight or unwanted pounds. So, we are not talking about that. When I say skipping meals, I'm speaking of you wake up, you get busy, you only have a cup of coffee, you go all day and don't eat. And then your body, your blood sugar has gotten so low that now the first thing that you see, you're going to grab the first snack, the first bag of chips, the first burger place, the first taco place. You're stopping and you're getting food because your body and your blood sugar has gotten so low that you just have to run and eat the first thing that you see. And trust me, when you're hungry, the first thing that you see, you're going to eat. You're not going to be thinking about health. You're not going to be thinking about, I need to eat some vegetables. You're not going to be interested in cooking a healthy meal because your body is so hungry. So that is a very important point. 8 reasons you're gaining weight is because you're skipping meals. So you cannot skip meals. Okay. And once again, this does not pertain to intermittent fasting. Okay. So we're on number 8. This is a big one. Highlight this. Keep this in mind. This is a rule of thumb. 8 reasons you're gaining weight. Number 8, you are not drinking enough water. Every morning when I wake up, in addition to eating good, healthy proteins, good, healthy fibers, I drink a huge cup of water. Okay. One of the problems that I that I may face, shut up, is portion control. I have to say my portions is, they be a little bit out of hand sometimes. But hey, I'm gonna work on me, you gonna work on you. But I am giving what? 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. So again, you're not drinking enough water. Before that breakfast meal, I drink a huge cup of water. Before lunch, I drink a huge cup of water. If you keep your body hydrated, you'll find that you will consume less calories. Okay? You will consume less calories and you'll be fuller longer. And not only that, water does treats our gut. It makes love to the gut where we are digesting our food. Someone asked me, what is your favorite food? It is anything that digests well, because if food is going into your body and out of your body, it's getting the nutrients that it needs. It's filling your system with all of the vitamins and minerals that it needs, and everything else is waste. And if that waste is staying in your gut, if it's staying in your stomach, then it is turning into fat, and that is what's causing the scale to increase. Okay. So, again, 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. Then, number 9 is so very important. You are not eating enough fiber. You have to have good fiber, good vegetables in your systems. I cannot express it enough. If you're sitting down and you have a plate and it is brown and tan, that is not a good sign. You need to have a colorful diet. Your reds, your oranges. Think about some bell peppers, greens, broccoli, spinach. The list goes on and on. You have to get vegetables in your system. It is the number one food that you eat. If you go a full day or challenge yourself to a full week of eating vegetables, you have done well. Vegetables is the most important food that you can eat. Some people will cook a huge pot of greens. It doesn't have to be Big Mama special, but just something to get those greens in there. They cook them. You can put them in small portions and make sure that you eat a portion every day. Eat a portion of vegetables with each and every one of your meals. And again, vegetables are the most important one, even above fruits. Fruits are okay, but if you have diabetes, in your family, you have to be aware that fruit is full of sugar. And in regards to the point that I mentioned about the water, when I speak of hydrating your body, I am not speaking of soft drinks, sodas, even fruit drinks. If I have orange juice, it may be about this much, and I will add it to a huge cup of water. I will dilute anything, any kind of fruit juice with a huge cup of water because your body needs pure water. You are 70% water. There are people that can go 40 days without eating food. People have fasted for that long of record, but you can't go 3 days in a desert without water. So you have to nourish your body with water. So you're not getting enough fiber. So in review, the 8 reasons why you're gaining weight, okay? Keep this as the commandments of 8 reasons why you're gaining weight. Too many carbs, number one. Number two, not enough protein, chicken, fish, beef, full of iron. You need iron. Some of us are iron deficient. Make sure you get plenty of protein. Number three, not enough exercise. With enough exercise, you're going to keep your body hydrated. You're going to feel like exercising. You're going to have the energy that you want. You're going to have the energy that you need. You're going to be fueling your brain. Health is wellness, overall wellness. Get that exercise in. Push yourself. Say, if there's nothing that I do at the end of my day, I'm going to get this exercise in. And push yourself, challenge yourself. Don't just walk, don't just get steps in, jog it. Jog it sometimes. What you want to do is for at least 18 minutes, you want to take your heart rate out of its normal comfort zone. You want to get out of that comfort zone for at least 18 minutes a day. You have a regular heart rate, and then you want to push yourself to do some light jogging in there where you are actually working up a sweat. That is very important every day. And you'll be surprised that feeling will start becoming addictive because it is something called endorphins that will give you a natural high. And you will start getting addicted to that high. How important it is to be addicted to that natural high of jogging than addicted to sugar. Because there is a book that I read not too long ago, and it says after the first bite. A lot of times my kids, they'll come to me and they'll have a piece of cake. They'll say, Mama, you want a piece? I'll say, I absolutely do not. Because the reality is we have to be honest with ourselves. Be true to yourself. Once you start, sometimes you can't stop. So I don't even open up the gate. I just say, no, thank you. And I keep it moving and I go grab me a cup of water. Okay. When you stop at the gas station, don't get that soft drink. Don't get that Coke. Don't get that Dr. Pepper. Don't always treat yourself. Sometimes treat yourself to nice, refreshing cold water. And when you're hungry, that's when you eat your vegetables. I tell them before you eat that burger, before you eat those chicken strips, eat those green beans, eat that spinach. Because when you're hungry, it's going to taste better and it's easier to ingest when you are hungry. Okay. Same thing with thirst. When you grab that water, when you're thirsty, grab you some water and fill up with that water, and you'll be surprised. That craving that you had, oh, I just want a Coke, you'll be surprised. It totally will go away. So, again, in review of the 8 reasons why you're gaining weight, you got to keep the stress level down. Got to keep the stress level down, okay? Get you some naps in there. My children sometimes they say IDC. I don't care. It doesn't matter where I am. I'm gonna get my rest in. I'm gonna get my rest in. I'm gonna go to the back office. I'm gonna give me a nap in. And I'm not talking about going to sleep. Going to sleep is actually sleeping over 60 minutes. I'm talking about a 60-minute power nap. Your body does not know the difference between a 60-minute power nap, and it will feel as if you are completely and totally refreshed. So keep the stress level down. That is so important. Keep the stress level down, and you'll find that you are able to achieve weight maintenance. Number 5, be careful about eating at the wrong times. Don't eat right before you go to bed. Have a cutoff time. Say, you know what, after 7, I'm not going to do this to myself. I'm going to have self control. Instead of listening to my stomach growling, I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. When you go to sleep, you will not feel the pain of your stomach growling. So just hang in there, okay? Because eating at the wrong times, it will make that weight go up, okay? Number 6, we said you're skipping breakfast. Don't skip breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day. And make sure at breakfast time that you're getting plenty of protein and plenty of fiber. You can get fiber bars, bran flakes, but get a good amount of cocoa powder, a good amount of fiber in that diet. Number 7, we said you are skipping meals. Intermittent fasting is a beautiful technique if you're trying to lose weight. So we're not talking about intermittent fasting, but we're talking about waiting all day until you're almost starving, and then now your body is ready to grab any burger, any taco, any bag of chips that it sees just because it's so extremely hungry. Don't let yourself get that hungry. That's why eating a good sound breakfast is good. And then if you're going to do the intermittent fasting, wait till after breakfast, intermittent fast, get that last meal maybe at about 3 o'clock. And then at around 7, if your exercise regimen is around 7 o'clock, go ahead and get your exercise in at around 7, because you're not going to want to be filled with food. You're not going to want to be heavy and trying to jog. First of all, it don't work. You're going to get cramps and everything. You're going to have to use the restroom. So don't do it, okay? And then we said number 8, you're not drinking enough water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. When you stop at the gas station, don't buy a Coke, don't buy a soft drink, don't buy a smoothie, don't buy a Slurpee. Get you at one of those big cores and treat yourself to good, refreshing water. Your brain will thank you. If you struggle with depression, you'll see some of those symptoms just rise just by having enough fluid, having enough water in your system. And then the last one, last but not least, we talked about you're not eating enough fiber. So make sure you get plenty of vegetables in your body. Cook you 4 packs of those greens. Invest in some of those little Tupperware containers. Put you about 10 stashes in the freezer, and it's so easy to get that fiber in. You can take it along with you. Burger, eat you that helping of greens, okay? Okay, I love you all. Comment below and tell me some of your weight loss techniques that you use and ways that you personally maintain your weight. Health is wealth. Some will give all their money for wealth, okay? For health. So like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as I always say, peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you all for tuning in.